This video will go over topic 4.1, graphing practice number 3. So the first two problems are word problems. We have Robert and Mabel, who are both teachers, and they're adding books to the class libraries. So we know that Robert started with only 10 books. Now notice that the word start, that means we're only adding it once. So that's actually going to be our B value. And then plans on purchasing 4 books per week. Now this word per means it happens every unit. In this case, the unit is weeks. So since it's a pattern or it happens over and over again, that's going to be our M value, or our slope. And then we're going to do the same for Mabel. We said that she started with 20 books. And she kept buying 3 books per week. Now some of you are struggling with the unknowns. The X for these problems will always be time. Of course you can get another variable or another unit or another subject. But mostly for Algebra 1, X will be time. And the unit of time in this problem is weeks. Now for the most part, Y will be the total of something. So in this case, we're talking about books. So the total of books. Now the two equations, one will be Robert's and one will be Mabel's. So we're going to do it in slope-intercept form because we have the slope and the y-intercept already. So the M is going to be 4, then x plus 10. And then for Mabel's, it's 3x plus 20. Now I don't want you to graph by hand for this problem. Just want you to go and enter it. We have y equals 4x plus 10, and then y equals 3x plus 20. Now, some students were saying today that they look parallel. You want to be careful. Parallel would have the same slope, different y-intercepts. Even though the slope is 4 and 3, those are not the same numbers. So they're very close. But eventually, once you scroll up or zoom out, it will eventually lead to the intersection, which is 10, 50. Now that 10, 50 means something. X is for weeks, and then Y is for the total books. Now notice it says at some point, the two teachers' library will contain the same number of books. How many books will each have? We're talking about Y. So 50 is the Y. So they will both have the same amount of books which is 50 after 10 weeks. You can say in 10 weeks they'll both have 50 amount of books, which is the same, something along those lines. So even though Mabel started out with more books in the beginning with 20 books, she only increased by 3, where Robert increased by 4. So it took them 10 weeks to get the same amount. Now 2 groups of workers are painting a bridge in the bay. So the first group is responsible for the north side, and the second group is for the south side. So the first group already painted 5 kilometers. So notice that they already painted, so that's our B value. And then 1 kilometer per day. So there's the word per again. So for the most part, that will help you with the slope. The second one, we started with 3 kilometers, but they were able to paint 2 kilometers per day. So our unknown, remember we're talking about time. In this case, they are all talking about days. And then y is a total. So total of what? And you can read the question. It says how much of the bridge will they have painted. So the total, how much, would be how many kilometers. So come up with the two equations. Put it in slope-intercept form. And then put it into Desmos. So we want 1x plus 5 and then 2x plus 3. And then find the intersection point. So in this case, the intersection point is 2, 7. So once again, it says how much of the bridge will they have painted? Well, here it is right there, total of 7 kilometers. And then our x is 2. So they will have painted a total of 7 kilometers in 2 days. Now 3 through 6 are graphing by hand, so no word problems. This is your B value, and I'll use 2 different colors. So B value is -2, and we're going to go up 3 levels. Right 4, up 3, 4. Now remember, the opposite of up is down, so down 3, and then left 4. Draw your line the best you can. If you're using Kami, they do have a line tool. I'm going to begin at +3, and I'm going to go down 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right 1. Now notice they do not intersect at an integer. So once again, you're going to want to use Desmos. So y equals 3 divided by 4x minus 2. Notice how my x is on the bottom. Got to be very careful. You don't want that. It's going to get you a nonlinear line. So just bring it to the side. Alright, and then my next line is y equals -6x. And that's all I can remember, I'm sorry. Plus 3. I'll take the pictures of my phone next time. All right. So it's going to give you the intersection point 0.741, comma, negative 1.44. So this is one solution. Because they cross at this specific ordered pair. And make sure that you name that ordered pair. All right, number 4, going to begin at positive 8, go down to right 1. Draw your line the best that you can. Use the line tool if you have one. And then going to begin at negative 2. And then you're going to go up 3, right 1, up 3, right 1. Even though I already intersected, I want to complete my line. This is how you're going to get full credit on any assessment that I give you. So once again, this is one solution. Because they cross at 2, 4. Now for number 5 and 6, these are the hardest types of questions that I can give you because you actually have to solve for y. But notice this is negative, so we're going to have to add 3x. Add 3x. I'm going to put the positive 3x first because it's in slope-intercept form. So once you simplify it, positive over positive is positive, and then positive 10 over 2 is positive 5. Notice that these are the same. So all you have to do is write it once. Going to begin at positive 5, go up 3, right 2, and then go down 3, left 2. So you can say the two lines are overlapping. Or the same. So it's infinitely many solutions. So if you want to spell that out, that's how you spell infinitely many. Now notice the reason why this line, all of these points, every single one, even if they're decimals, are going to touch because it's the same line. So that's why every single solution on that line works. Now for number 6, I'm going to begin at positive 1. Then I'm going to go up 4, right 5, up 4, right 5. Now I'm going to go down 1, 2, 3, 4, left 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, left 5. So then add 4x on both sides. So it's very similar to the previous problem. Divide by 5. Notice that you can do 2 small fraction lines or you can do 1. Does not matter. And then this one I'll write in red. So I'll begin at negative 6, go up 1, 2, 3, 4, right 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, right 5, down 4, left 5. So these are parallel because if you notice, the distance between these two lines are identical. The reason why? We have the same slope and we have different y-intercepts. So that's how we know that they are parallel. So these lines are parallel. So there is no solution. There's no solution because they'll never touch.